Okay, guys, so we are back with a new video, and you're getting the cap today again, honey. We're going to talk about why you're getting the cap or the hat, as some of us would like to say today again, because I'm always keeping you guys in my business, you know? No, we're back to mind the business that pays us. Let's talk about it because Stefon Diggs has inked a new deal with the Washington Commanders. Now, the new deal, I'm gonna have to say it is embarrassing. You guys know that I can not be someone's favorite person, or rather, someone may not be my favorite person, but the truth will always prevail at all times. I think my angle was a bit off. This is better, right? So, someone may not be my favorite person, but the truth will always prevail. Stefon Diggs, I have absolutely nothing against the guy. The guy is a womanizer. Of course, he is, but it's not as though it's a secret. If it was a secret, then that I would understand. It's not a secret that the guy is a womanizer. So, even if it was a secret like 2 years ago, it's no longer a secret. And even if it was a secret after baby mama number 3, it would no longer be a secret, right? So you guys get the gist of what I'm saying there. So I have nothing against the guy. Absolutely nothing. No, I am aware that there are allegations out here against Stefon Diggs. Those are still being handled by the court. He has his case with Christopher Blake that he's asking the court to toss out. The court is not going to toss it because on the account of Derez Diggs and that apartment had to settle out of court with Christopher, the court is going to say there is something here. And if the court is saying, if the court was saying to Stefon Diggs, you have 14 days to give us a thorough explanation, not a half-ass answer, but a thorough explanation of what's the relationship between you and Christopher. That within itself tells that case, it's going to court, whether he loves it or hates it, right? But now Stefon Diggs has signed a new deal, right? And what I want, so it is with the Commanders. This deal is an embarrassment to him. It's highly disrespectful. It's highly embarrassing to the quality of a player that he is. He's extremely talented in his field. We can say a lot of stuff about the Diggs brothers. We can say a lot of ish about the Diggs brothers. But you know what is one thing for certain and two things for sure? When it comes to sports, superb, untouchable. When it comes to those boys and the field, they're gonna dominate. It's their thing. It's where they come alive, right? So this $12 million base with a maximum payout of $14 million. So there are some other little perks and incentive, which he's going to cap all of them. And the contract is for 1 year. So you know that Washington Commanders, they're saying to him, boy, you're going to have to prove yourself. And this is not just him proving himself on the field, but also off the field. Because sports is changing. Sports is bringing in the jacket and the tie not only for the execs, but for the players. What do I mean when I say the jacket and the tie? Sports is now looking for that pretty face. And when I say the jacket and tie, I mean you're gonna have to have that gentleman behavior off the field. Even if you're a womanizer, you're gonna have to keep a pretty face being a womanizer, which means that you can't have TV, you can't have, they'll overlook some amount of drug abuse. I've been reading a lot. They'll overlook some amount of it, depending on what, where, when, how, and all of that. They'll overlook some fights. They'll overlook some fights. But when it comes to the woman and the allegations of you assaulting women, treating women bad, talking to women in the public in a aggressive manner, in an aggressive tone, they're no longer overlooking those things because you are a extension. You are the FNL. You are it. You are it. So what Washington Commanders are saying to Stefon Diggs is that you're going to have to prove yourself. So he's going to have to not have these cases coming back at him. And I'm guaranteeing you guys, like I'm telling you right now, there's one baby mama out there who's waiting to spoil this all for him. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. And my OGs know that I'm the oracle. When I tell you something, like, I wish I could do this with my personal life, but I can watch someone and I can tell what's coming for them. I can tell the climate. I can tell the change. But like shit, I can't do it for myself. I kid you not. But a baby mama is coming to spoil this for him. So I don't see Stefon Diggs doing more than 1 year with this team. And he has an injury that he has been spending a lot of money on as well. But even though he has an injury, the injury has never held him back. That boy goes on the field and he comes alive. No, why I say this is a disrespect, I have my little notes that I gathered. While I may not understand the sports, because I've tapped out of sports, I understand numbers really, really well, okay? I understand numbers really well. Yes, I have certification in the numbers field, most of which I've gained working by myself and getting qualified professionally. So I have a good understanding of numbers and how numbers works. Now, if you guys remember, when he was with New England Patriots, he had a $69 million multi-year contract. So $69 million for 3 years, right? That was his maximum eligible earning. And there were some other perks tied to that $69 million. Now, with the Washington Commanders, it's a 80% drop in value. Why does Stefon Diggs have a 80% drop in value is because of a lot of things. This is telling you that this contract is short term. It's telling you that Washington Commanders is saying, we're not sure about you, sir, but we're going to take a risk with you, right? Not only that, they want to test his viability to the market. Are the people, because sports, like, I need to look up how many facing sports have. Do you know how, like, as a consumer, you would often think that a business just has one facing when there are multiple facings, but you wouldn't know? So sports is like that. Sports has multiple facing, but they're going to present one facing to you, the consumer, at all times. But sports has multiple facing. the bets. Do you guys remember that TikTok trend? You want to bump up? You want to chill with the big boys? So the big boys in the back, right? That's where a lot of the money in sports comes from. The big boys who really bet, right? So he's going to have to be impressive. This is where he needs a billboard. And we're talking about Barnaby. No, we know that in the end, Barnaby was proving to be more of a liability rather than an asset. However, he needs Barnaby? No, more than ever. Because Barnaby can help, because Barnaby is what helped Stefon Diggs' career. While he was playing good, and while he was capitalizing on everything and all the bonuses, he was capping everything. He was maximizing on everything. Cardi B pronounced it for him. Do you know how you have your phone and you love music, and when you hit that volume button, no one outside your room can hear the audio that you're playing, but you love to show off and you love to cause an upset. You love to cause a disturbance. So how are you going to echo that noise outside your room? You're going to think about a speaker, one that is compatible with your phone and one that can get the noise outside of your room onto everyone that's outside your room as far as it can reach. That is what Barnaby did for his career. He was good, but who knew him outside of the sporting arena? Maybe about 10% of pop culture. The moment he got in pop culture, his asking price was up. But he allowed his hormones to take precedence, or his ego, or a combination, to take precedence over common sense. Typical male behavior. He did not allow common sense to prevail because Barnaby did not have a problem with him cheating. She had a problem with him cheating so much and consistently embarrassing the shit out of her. So as such, things fizzled out. But he needs, if he had Barnaby at this point, and if they never had so many public blowouts, I think he would have gotten a better deal with Washington Commanders, because at the end, he was declining in value. His public facing, his storefront as a person wasn't looking good, still not looking good. But that does not dismiss the fact that he's a darn good player, right? It does not dismiss the fact that he's good at what he does. So what they're saying is that we're not sure if we can bet on you, but we are going to risk taking a chance on you. And this is where he needs one of the loudest speakers to get that sound outside the sporting arena. This is where he needs Barnaby, unfortunately. Unfortunately for him. This is where he needs the messy, toxic person ever, Barnaby. Because whatever he's doing, we're not going to follow him. It's not going to be interesting to us. But when the gimmicks, when the theatrics comes into play, it crosses over into pop culture and it becomes more marketable. And Barnaby is that speaker that he needs to get the sound outside the room. He's going to be in the sporting arena. A lot of people in the sporting arena already knows him. The people in pop culture knows him too.
But the only reason why pop culture is going to still follow him somewhat is because we want to see who else he's going to impregnate. And we're going to want to see if he's still on the down low, allegedly, with more guys. And if so, will that guy look like Christopher Blake? Will it be a white or a half white dude with blue eyes? Because we love the drama, we love the gossip. But it's not going to be good enough because he needs something that understands pop culture. He needs something that has already figured out how to manipulate pop culture to his benefit and personal gain. So he needs someone who understands how to leave a trail of crumbs behind him to have us following behind him at every twist and every turn. And only Barney knows to do that. So, while he has a new deal, the deal is saying, listen, you're going to have to prove your worth on and off the field at $12 embarrassing million. That sounds like a lot of money to you and I. But that's chicken change to an athlete because now he can't get $1,000 a week chef with this money. He has had good money before. But you see that good money before? That is the New England Patriots earning. He's not going to want to risk that money going to go over here with Washington Commanders because that's not business savvy. He may take a 10% from it so that he can up his contract after this one is up, but not more. I don't see him doing more. But he cannot get a chef meal where he pays him $1,000 per week if he is determined to get on his A game. He's going to have to get a professional chef that does things by the books, who is going to have to pay the decent salary. He's going to have to tone down on his partying if he really wants to save his career. And one thing the Diggs brothers are horrible at is saving their career. Like, he doesn't need to learn from his mistakes. He can learn from his brother's mistakes. But he seems to be determined to learn from his mistakes. He's going to have to get back Cardi B to give him that good juju, that good PR that he needs to ink some brand deals into this. If he's impressive enough in pop culture and on the field, he can get even one deal to give him more than the $12 million that the Washington Commanders are, stretching to him. He can get several deals up to $50 million. So he's still in a good place. Getting signed is still good. You know how they say half a loaf is better than none? That's his situation here. So he still has a lot that he can gain from this, but it would have been better with Cardi B. It would have been better with that loudspeaker Cardi B. And it's just common sense at this point. It's just, while there are risks involved, if he plays his card right, it would have been better with Cardi B. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think, and we can talk some more down in the comment section below. Peace.